Doctor Who has seen many aliens in its 60+ year legacy. However, lately more and more gods are turning up to do battle with the Doctor. We've had the Toymaker, who is the god of games, the Trickster, who is the god of traps, and even god of death himself, Sutekh. Many of these gods appear to be members of a group known as the Pantheon of Discord. But what is the Pantheon, and who are the members? Well, it's time to dive into our latest episode of Doctor Who Explained. Greetings everyone, I'm Jack and welcome to Tardis Central. If you want to keep up to date on all the latest Doctor Who news, lore and more, then hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from the team here at Tardis Central. You can also follow us on social media for daily updates on the Doctor Who universe. But as always, please answer your thoughts in the comment section below. If you're talking about Doctor Who, we want to hear about it. The Pantheon of Discord is a powerful group of godlike beings that have been seen throughout the Whoniverse. Their primary goal is to alter reality and cause complete chaos in other universes. Members of the Pantheon were scattered throughout the Whoniverse as far back as Season 3, but have recently made a very prominent comeback with the likes of the Toymaker, Maestro, and of course, Sutekh. We also recently had more new members introduced into the Pantheon's lineup through Harriet Arbinger's speech during the Legend of Ruby Sunday episode. While we haven't seen him appear yet, this could be setting up a large-scale comeback for the Pantheon, perhaps in the second season of Doctor Who. All of these members have been shown to possess immense power that threatens to cause chaos across reality as we know it. They were banished from the universe, and the Time Lords were aware of their existence and the threat they pose to the universe. The first member of the Pantheon to talk about is the Toymaker, the god of games. Most recently seen in The Giggle, the Toymaker was a powerful being who aimed to trap others in childlike games he had rigged in his favour. The Toymaker's official origins are not known, as he existed for so long. He's had multiple run-ins with the Doctor, and first appeared in the third season of the original show. We've seen several times that the Toymaker possesses an impressive amount of power, even being able to create his realms to fight and trap his enemies. It's even revealed that he has defeated the Master when he begged for his life with one final game, which resulted in the Toymaker trapping inside his gold tooth. However, whilst the Toymaker can command immense power, this is limited by the game rules he or his opponent has outlined for the games afoot. His most recent appearance in Doctor Who happened when the Doctor invoked superstition at the edge of the universe. During his battle against the 14th Doctor, it was revealed that he had only avoided playing a game with one being, the One Who Waits, whom he had seen hiding. Eventually, the Doctor is able to defeat the Toymaker in an intense game of catch. His final words warned that his legions were coming, before being folded into a toy box and locked into a vault in Unit HQ. There are few gods known to be in the Pantheon of Discord that have only very recently been introduced by Harriet Arbinger in the Legend of Ruby Sunday. These members are Reprobate, the god of spite, Incensor, the god of disaster, and her two children, Doubt and Dread. Currently, nothing is known about these characters. Could we potentially see them being introduced in Season 2 of Doctor Who? We do know that there is set to be another Harbinger event in the upcoming season at some point, so they could potentially make an appearance.
Spoilers.
Harriet also mentions a threefold deity of malice, mischief, and misery, as well as gods of skin and shame and secrets. Could these refer to the other specific members of the Pantheon that we've yet to hear about? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Maestro is one of the Toymaker's legions as well, as a member of the Pantheon of Discord. They are the Toymaker's child, as well as an elemental manifestation of music, being referred to by Sutekh's Harbinger as the god of music. Two chords would allow Maestro to be summoned and banished, known as the Lost Chords. In 1963, they came into contact with the 15th Doctor when they were attempting to consume enough music to become strong enough to destroy the music of the spheres. Consuming his power would allow Maestro to wipe out all other life in the known universe. Maestro had stolen music from humanity, putting him on a path to nuclear war by 2024. Fortunately, they were stopped by the 15th Doctor and the Beatles. This brought music back to the world almost as if Maestro had never existed. The Doctor had celebrated with a very jazzy tune. An important part of Maestro's story, however, is the presence of their son, Henry Arbinger, who is Maestro's Harbinger. Henry helped bring Maestro into 1925 to begin their plan to destroy the universe. At the end of the Devil's Court episode, once Maestro is defeated, Henry escapes. Could we see the two return in the future? Who knows, but I'd be up for it. In the comic, Imaginary Enemies, we are introduced to the next member of the Pantheon, Krampus. During the story, he begins to enter reality through a time field, fully entering by getting Veronica Stackmore to accept his gift for her. He then sent servants out to capture Amy Pond, Rory Williams, and Mel Zucker. To reach his full potential, he needed Veronica to make a wish that he could steal, but is stopped by Amy, who convinces Veronica to throw the gift back at him. This causes Krampus and his servants to be forcibly dragged back into the reality they originally came from. This was a very short introduction to the character, so not much is known about them. Potentially he could be making a return appearance, however he hasn't been mentioned in the show so far, so it does seem a bit unlikely. The Mara, the god of beasts, was a Gistor being that dwelled into the dark places of the inside, a separate dimension accessed by the Federator. As a Gistor creature, Vamar operates like a hive mind, needing a host body in the real world to manifest itself fully. In its true form, Vamar was a snake-like being that would infect hosts, marking with snakes as well as reddened eyes and teeth. This god was created from even in the minds of the residents of a planet called Manusa, using the Great Crystal. It was believed to feed off life and death, and thus it would cause wars to benefit itself. Theoretically, the only way to be free of Vamar was to find peace. Eventually it was driven out and cast into the dark places of the inside. The Fifth Doctor encountered this being alongside his companion Tegan, who got possessed by Vamar in the TV story Kinda, which is an odd name on hindsight. The Doctor defeated this being several times, however it still maintained its control over Tegan. This allowed Vamar to continue to return again and again. Eventually, they succeeded in destroying the physical manifestation using the crystal that had originally brought it into being. At the end of Vamar's TV story, Snake Dance, the Doctor stated that Vamar could never truly be destroyed, as it was inside all human beings. Could this mean that we are going to see some more snaky hive mind antics again in the future of Doctor Who? I sure hope not. I hope you see what we did there, it was worth it. Okay, appearing in the Sarah Jane adventures is the Trickster, the god of traps. This immortal extra-dimensional creature fed off chaos caused by his traps and bargains. He appeared several times during the story, and that poor woman just couldn't catch a break. The Trickster would often appear to people moments before they were supposed to die, and offer them a bargain to change history and stop their death. We see him use these people to trick Sarah Jane and attempt to remove her from the history in some way. This is because, with Sarah Jane out of the way, he would be able to wreak chaos on the universe. However, each time he is stopped and sent out of the dimension, preventing disaster. If you want a full rundown of a Trickster's history, check out a video we recently posted on the channel, where we talk about every appearance of a god of traps and how he's made in the Whoniverse. In his first appearance, we see some characters are unaffected by his history manipulation due to the power of a Veron puzzle box. This comes in handy a couple of times, and also very recently appeared in the Tales of the Tardis series. With the reappearance of a puzzle box in the Memory Tardis, as well as the recent mention from the Harbinger, could we potentially see the return of a Trickster? Who knows, but hopefully there's a couple of GCSE students on hand to defeat him once again, as that always seems to do the trick. And finally, standing on high is the mother and father and other of them all, Sutekh, the god of all gods. Sutekh was a powerful siren and the leader of the Pantheon of Discord. This is the being that was teased by Maestro and the Toymaker as the one who waits, finally being revealed in the episode The Legend of Ruby Sunday. Sutekh fears all forms of life that dare to challenge him, and thus he decides to destroy all living things, believing that he was bringing the gift of freedom through their death. According to historical records, Sutekh was cornered by Horus and 740 Osirians and defeated. He was then entombed in Egypt for around 7,000 years. Sutekh's first appearance was in the 1975 serial Pyramids of Mars, from the 13th season of the show. Speaking of which, a brand new Tales of the Tardis episode has recently remastered Pyramids of Mars with new CGI. If you want to go and watch a shortened version of the serial, which still tells the same story, then you can watch it in Tales of the Tardis on BBC iPlayer. Sutekh was then freed by Marcus Scarman, who he killed and controlled the corpse of to escape. Sutekh then controlled Scarman to construct a war missile to destroy the Eye of Horus on Mars. The Doctor foiled his missile plans, however was captured by Sutekh and forced to use the TARDIS to take him to Mars. Scarman then destroyed the Eye of Horus and was freed, finally able to rain death upon the universe. However, the Doctor at the last moment managed to defeat Sutekh by trapping him in the time corridor he was using to travel to Earth. The god would survive this attack from the Doctor, remaining trapped in a limbo state in the void. He would then use the power of other gods in the void to escape once more and attempt to wreak havoc on the universe. However, he was stopped again by the Doctor and had his physical body destroyed. We recently released a full in-depth overview of Sutekh's history before Empire of Death on this channel, so go and check that out. In the final of the most recent season of Doctor Who, we saw Sutekh revealed as the one who waits. It appears that when Sutekh was banished to the time vortex, he managed to cling on to the TARDIS and follow the Doctor across all his journeys from there onwards. At every planet the Doctor touched down on, Sutekh created a version of Susan Twister's characters that would act as his own personal death smoke machine. Luckily, the Doctor was able to put a stop to this deadly sandstorm and defeated Sutekh by taking him on a walk through the time vortex. Whilst we do see Sutekh use an immense level of power in Empire of Death, it is no secret that his most recent appearance was a massive letdown. Arguably. Big scary god of death that was feared by an unpaid NHS worker and a quick walkie, it's Doctor Who everybody. Hopefully the next time a Pantheon appears, they're portrayed in a more impressive light. So far, Maestro and the Toymaker have been our two most intimidating appearances. So, that's a full rundown of a Pantheon of Discord in Doctor Who. These godlike beings love to rain chaos on the Whoniverse and cause havoc for the Doctor and their friends. With it seemingly likely we'll see another one of their ranks soon, we have to wonder, who who it might be. The 14th Doctor might have broken something at the edge of the universe in Wild Blue Yonder, which looks to have long-running ramifications for the Whoniverse. I wonder what is next. If you want to keep up to date on all the latest Doctor Who news, lore, and more, then make sure to hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from the team here at Tardis Central. You can also follow us on social media for daily updates on the Doctor Who universe. That's it from Tardis Central. I've been Jack, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.